A support bot gets one sentence of context. Refunds are available within 30 days. A customer asks, "Can I get a refund after 60 days if I was in the hospital?" The large language model, or LLM, replies, "Yes, medical exceptions are allowed. Please upload documentation." That policy does not exist. No tool was called. No human approved it. The model simply filled the silence because the prompt made every question require an answer. That is not a model mystery. The first prompt most people write is basically, answer the user using the context. It sounds reasonable, but it has a hidden contract. Produce an answer no matter what. If the context is incomplete, stale, ambiguous, or unrelated, the model still tries to be helpful. Helpful, to a language model, often means continuing the pattern of a good answer. That is how you get invented facts, invented citations, invented tool results, and overconfident summaries. The naive prompt only says what success looks like. It does not say what failure looks like. Production prompts need both, because real inputs are messy, and missing information is normal. Prompt constraints are the defensive half of prompting. Instructions tell the model what to do. Constraints tell it what not to do, where the boundary is, and what to return when the task cannot be completed safely. Say what is out of scope as plainly as what is in scope. Use only the provided context is not enough. Add, do not use outside knowledge. Then give the escape hatch. If the answer is not in the context, answer unknown. That single line is boring, but it changes the behavior. You are giving the model permission to stop instead of improvise. Build the prompt in layers. A minimal Python function shape is def constrained prompt question, context question, str. Inside it, write the task first, answer the question, then the scope, use only the context, then out of scope, do not use outside facts, policy guesses, or assumptions. Then forbidden failures, one line each. Do not invent citations, do not play new called tools, do not return partial JavaScript object notation, or JSON. Do not answer from memory. Then the escape hatch. If unsure, answer unknown. Finally, specify the output fields, answer, confidence, reason. Put the critical constraints again, right before the question. Let's run the refund example end to end. Context says, refunds are available within 30 days of purchase. Digital gift cards are final sale. The question is, can I get a refund after 60 days if I was in the hospital? A weak prompt says, answer the customer from the policy. The model may infer a compassionate exception. A constrained prompt says, use only this policy. Do not infer exceptions. Do not mention procedures not in the policy. If the policy does not answer the question, answer unknown. Now the correct response is unknown. The provided policy states the 30-day rule, but does not describe medical exceptions. Constraints are not magic. They drift out of long contexts, especially when you put pages of documents, chat history, and tool output after them. The model is strongly influenced by nearby text, so repeat critical constraints near the final question and near the output format. Another pitfall. You say answer unknown, but your evaluation marks unknown as wrong every time. Then you have trained your process, not the model, to prefer guessing. Also watch for conflicting constraints. Always be helpful, can fight do not answer if unsure. In my prompts, safety and correctness constraints beat style constraints every time. This connects directly to agents. An agent is not just a prompt with tools. It has a goal, a role, tools, permissions, state, memory, and termination rules. Constraints attach to all of those. The goal says what outcome to pursue. The constraints say what paths are not allowed. Tool permissions say which actions can be taken. State constraints say what information is fresh enough to trust. Termination constraints say when to stop instead of looping. Later, when we add tool calling and structured outputs, these same ideas become schemas, validators, allow lists, and harness checks. Here is a safe 10-minute exercise. On your machine, create 5 tiny context strings: a return policy, a class schedule, a recipe, a product spec, and a meeting note. For each one, ask 2 questions that are answered and 2 that are not. Call the MADI through your normal application programming interface, or API, once with a weak prompt and once with the constrained template from the description. Save the outputs. Count how often the weak prompt invents an answer. Count how often the constrained prompt correctly says unknown. Do not connect tools. Do not use private data. 3 beats to remember. First, Say what is out of scope as plainly as what is in scope. Second, always provide an escape hatch. Answer unknown if unsure. An agent without an allowed "I don't know" will eventually hallucinate one. Third, forbid the failure modes you have actually seen. One line each, and repeat the critical constraints when the context gets long. This is episode 08 of Agent Foundations. New beginner to agent episode daily. The paid libraries at aislabs.ai go deeper with production patterns, tests, and reusable agent components.